Cool. All right, so we're doing something different. I'm also streaming live on IG at the moment. Hello, everyone on Instagram. So we're doing a double here, and what we're talking about today. So for those on Instagram who aren't aware, because we've been me and Jess, who I've got on here at the moment, who I'm just going to flip. Can I flip the camera around? How do I do that? Like that there. There we go. There's Jess.
Hey.
I'll tag you in there later on my Instagram. People, make sure you go follow her. But we've been doing these Friday motivational, just short Facebook series, which I just decided may as well put it on YouTube as well while we're here. So, but today's topic, what we're going to be talking about is time management. We've done a heap of topics so far, being how to diversify your income, how to go through limiting beliefs, how to work through your comfort zones, like just short 10-minute things that we cover, and they've been very impactful because we've had some really good feedback from these because they're just short, sharp, to the point. And time management is what we're going to be talking about today and the importance of it. And it's a really good one because not only for those who are aware of myself, I wear about 12 different hats. And Jess, who I work closely alongside with through trading and through other things that we do as business partners, also wears 12 different hats. So there was a really good opportunity to have a chat about this and how we best go about it. Also, Jess being a mum and what that's like as well when you're on top of all the things that she does, that is another thing. And her why as well, I think is really important, which, her partner works away for periods of time. So that could add even more stress to things, which is adds another element, to how you're able to factor in, because if you spend a lot of time away with your partner, there's that time you're going to need to designate when they are back, because that's time that, other partners and other relationships wouldn't experience. So you'd need to actually factor in quality time together. So anyway, enough about that. I guess the biggest thing is just let's just first start with yourself. Like, how do you manage your time best wise with everything you've got going on?
Yeah, and I will talk about this before, and I have to say, some days I feel like I'm nailing it, and other days it's chaotic. It really is. So I don't want to think that I have my shit together all the time, because I don't. But the biggest thing for me is I structure. So on a Sunday, I will write out all of my calls, anything. Basically, I even write out time with my family, time with my husband, walking my dog, meal prepping. I have to have it in my diary. And if I don't, I usually don't do it. So going for walks, moving my body, meditation, all this sort of stuff, I have to have it written down. Having present time with my daughter and my mum, and even my content, structuring my content. Everything has to be structured for me. And I found since I've done that, I'm so much more productive. I get so much more done. And yeah, just tracking everything and just being able to know, okay, this is what I'm doing today, this is what's happening. I think too, like I said, with your why, just waking up super passionate about what I do. I love what I do, so it's very easy to do. I don't feel like I work a set, I guess. So I've chosen ways to make money and connect with people and inspire and give value in a way that really aligns with me and my purpose. So that again is a big thing, because it's inspired action. It's not coming from a place of motivation and feeling like I have to do something. And yeah, I think again, it's the balancing of the hats. But when it comes to time and your management, we all have 24 hours, right? Sometimes I might have to work at night when my husband's home so he can have my daughter. Sometimes I have to get up early, or he'll get up early. So, sacrificing some sleep, not being able to watch Netflix, instead of being on Netflix, I'm helping people make money, making money myself, reading books, listening to audios while I'm walking, just multitasking in some senses. So there are a couple of ways.
Yeah. Well, some crazy some things you do, and I think that's probably the biggest thing is what you've mentioned there, how what you're going to be doing. I think having that structure and that discipline is very, very important. Discipline across all fields of life in general is really important, whether it be relationships, time management, whether it be your own personal, just day-to-day life, or, also dealing with work and stuff. You need to have installed discipline to be able to also achieve success, in my opinion, because they really go hand in hand together. So having that, what you've said there, you get up and going for a walk and just factoring in, definitely for me personally, I like to go by what's called net time, which is no extra time, and essentially being able to find how you can do similar to what you said, like how can you do multiple tasks at once, therefore saving yourself time? Because we still need downtime. Like, yes, we wear all these different hats and we do all these crazy different things, but we need to still, we're humans. You need to have time, you need to have balance, and you need to give back to yourself, relax, chill, and watch a bit of TV, or have some time reading, whatnot, like depending on what it is that your downtime is. I don't really watch TV unless it's sport, but so net time's been really good. So people that are commuting to work, I know it's crazy times at the moment, not many people are working at an office, so they're stuck at home. So that's actually been interesting for a lot of people, because it can go either way. You're generally either having not enough time now because now you're stuck at home, so you tend to Parkinson's law, where you'll take all day to do something now because you are at home, and or like now you just got so much distractions around you when you're at home. So I'm just finding that the biggest thing is, though, to create net time. So if you were driving to work or commuting, if you're going to the gym, put an audio book in. I know it might not be the most craziest thing, or you might not feel so crazy to go to the gym if you listen to a boring audio book, but I actually do. Going to work, used to listen to audio tapes. If I am working and doing stuff during the day, I'm making my business calls, I'm doing different things. I actually got a question come through on Instagram for you, Jess. Well, actually it was a statement, but just saying, love how you be honest. She loves how you're being honest. Being a mum is hard work, especially a single mum doing everything yourself. Just said, go you. Just kudos to you. I love my IG fam, but
thank you.
and
yeah.
As you said, so it's just, that's probably my biggest tip when it comes to time management with all the things that I do as well, is just to multiple those things.
I think coming back to like the mum thing, it's you don't actually have control over it. Like some days are easier than others, right? And I think for me it's like, okay, cool, when Sienna has a nap, for example, I can, like, what can I do in that time that's going to move me forward? I could sit on my phone and scroll, or put Netflix on while she's sleeping, or I could be creating content, or listening to a coaching call, or like setting up something for my business, right? Or replying to messages, like doing something active in that time where I have that space, right? It's like I said, again, at the night time. And like for me as a mum too, like I made the decision to put her into daycare, so I had 2 full days a week to do sales calls, to do things where I was uninterrupted, right? Like she's in daycare right now. Otherwise you would be seeing her, she'd be screaming in the background. So again, and I think too, like just the realisticness of it, like I love sharing when she is a tornado and doing stuff. Like I'm relatable, like people get it. So don't feel like you have to like look and be the certain person as a mum, right? Like people know that it's hard, people know what's going on. So I think just like keeping it real and doing what you can, and just being really gracious with yourself and kind. Like some days are harder than the others, but yeah, that's definitely important to be real about it.
Yeah, definitely. And like, because even within yourself, but I'm based on, I actually sent you, sorry, I'm just going to sidetrack. I sent you an invite on Instagram, so you can actually jump on this live call on my Instagram. So I don't know if you have your phone there, or is that, are you on your phone?
I'm on my phone, so I don't know.
Next time, we'll do it another time.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pumped you on the run technology stuff going on. So I work closely with a lot of mums and a lot of single mums, and I was, my mum predominantly when I was growing up was just raised me by herself. So, for me, I just have such empathy, and, I just gravitate towards them as well, that they tend to become into my law of attraction, because I have had such a strong impact, like in growing up in that same environment. So, it's no surprise that me and Jess as well, like that we work closely together, not that she's a single mum, but just, works her ass off as a mum. And I just work closely with a lot of mums because they know how to juggle multiple things at once. They know how to really use time to their advantage, and also make the most of not having much time, but making the most of it as well, which is another thing. So for me as well, like obviously not having kids, like I'm working my ass off though to make sure that when they are in the equation, that I don't need to work anymore. And like in reality, money for me at the moment isn't an issue, but I'm still working. I'm still working a normal, like I don't work every day, but I work a couple of days a week doing a normal 9-to-5 trade job, on top of personal training, on top of online, on top of trading, on top of being also a coach for a footy club and playing footy. I'm a bodybuilder. Like I do a lot of different things, Instagram modeling, Instagram influencing, and all that jazz. And now we're talking, and a podcast. And now we're looking at also doing something together, me and Jess on the side, doing a course resource that we can offer out to all of our people that are a part of our organizations and things that we run. So, you know, things are going, but what we're doing and what we're trying to create as well is, yes, this is where time management's another element of time management, where it's like, well, we need to sacrifice some time now. There are some things where we need to choose to miss out on. And know I have growing up, because I made the decision to sacrifice now is the reason why I have the life I have now, have the financial assets I have now, and have the ability to have choice. I can choose if I want to work or not, but I'm choosing to continue to double down because I know what's going to come later. So that delayed gratification aspect, which is destroyed out of society, unfortunately, at the moment now, is something that I personally live by. It's why I love bodybuilding so much as well, because that is like real life delayed gratification. You know, you got to sacrifice food, sacrifice events, sacrifice all this stuff just to have that one day on stage, and, you know, dealing with that as well. So, yeah, that's why it's very interesting how you manage your time right now really will determine your level of success. And I can definitely say, if you told me what you did on a day-to-day basis, like how you manage your time, if you went through like your time schedule and your meetings, everything you did, there's a very good chance that I could tell you whether I see you being successful or not, like in terms of a financial standpoint, in terms of where you feel like health related, wealth related, spiritually related as well, because it all comes down to decision and how the decisions you make during your time that you have on this world. Because that's the thing, like time goes quick, but also the most successful people, they have the same time as us. So what's the difference between your life and someone who does heaps of different shit? It's the choices you make with your time.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I just want to add before we end is just that also, like, don't just work for the hustle, right? Like, enjoy your life. The whole reason you do what you do is to give you, most of the time, people wanting time freedom. And then when it comes to them able to actually enjoy themselves, they feel like they have to work. And I know this was big for me in my first business. I felt like if I wasn't working, I was like failing. I wasn't being successful. I wasn't going towards my goals. But that's not the case, right? Like, you need to enjoy your life. So it's finding that balance between the two. And that's like why I said, like, me and my husband, we have a date night or a date day. We've scheduled that in. So we have that time together. So when you start to make that money, it's like looking at it and going, am I actually doing the things that I said I was going to do? Because you can always be making, you know, your first $10,000 a month, you know, that's what all the people go for. And then all of a sudden you're making $10,000 weeks and you're still doing the same things. You haven't actually, you know, celebrated your wins and, you know, living your life the way you want to, like giving yourself space and going and having a self-care day and a date day and, you know, doing these things. So it's so important to celebrate every step of the way because it is a journey. It's a constant journey, right? We're always growing. We're always learning. So while you are being disciplined, make sure you're also celebrating your life and enjoying yourself, because I tell you what, if you're just downhog hustling, you're going to get burnt out and you're going to quit, or you're going to hate it. You're not going to enjoy yourself, and that's not what you want.
No, bang, couldn't finish any better than that. So thank you very much, Facebook. Thank you very much, Instagram. I should realize next time we're going to get you on this IG at the same time too. So then that way they can see, because there's a lot of people that just giving you some shout out and some love. So guys on IG, I'll make sure I tag her Instagram, give her a follow. Feel free to reach out to Jess because she's an absolute ripper. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you again next Friday.